T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life.
And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I know hell would have him.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney.
God damn you.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
Ooh, baby, 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 ooh, baby.
Yeah, a little technical difficulties. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today it's Sunday. It's the Sunday Horror Hangout. And what are we doing tonight? We're going back to the 80s, baby. This was by popular demand. We're going back to the 80s trailers. I haven't done trailers in a while, so I am definitely looking forward to jumping back into some of these. It's always fun to find them, too. You try to find the popular ones that everybody will know about. I got a couple in there that maybe some of you guys haven't seen. Maybe you guys have. Maybe you guys have seen more horror movies than me. Probably, maybe, possibly, doubtful. What's up, everybody? I'm so excited to be here tonight. I am so excited to get into these. Let's see who we have in the chat. Mad Matt will be back next weekend. He is out of town this weekend, but he will be back next weekend. And we are... Actually, I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's going to be fun. Let's see who we have in the chat tonight. I see that Melissa was in the chat throwing up the hashtag Thug Life. What's up, Melissa? I hope you are doing well, my friend. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I see that Jerry Wilson is in the chat as well. What's up, buddy? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Always good to see you here. And he's also reminding everybody to smash that like button. If you haven't hit that like button yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that like button. Jerry has got a lot of stuff. He is promoting Mad Matt's stuff. So if you do need some horror stuff, go over and check out Mad Matt's Mask over on Facebook. for sure. Definitely want to support Matt. If you need anything horror, that is the place to get it. And he's also supporting Patreon, saying, hey, there's the link for Patreon. If you'd like to support Movies and Beyond outside of YouTube, you can do so at that link right there. There's just stuff I can do over there that I can't hear. YouTube kind of sucks in that aspect. But anywho, and he's also promoting the Movies and Beyond merch shop. If you want any merch from Movies and Beyond, you can go get it at that link that Jerry has put right there. Go over and check it out. I am getting a Movies and Beyond hat, so I can not wear the blank hat. At least I'll be wearing the Movies and Beyond hat. So that is something that I am getting myself. I see that Paula is in the chat as well, saying hi to everybody. What's up, Paula? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Always good to see you here on Sunday. I see that Val is in the chat. The General is in the chat. The General always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond, and she's saying happy Sunday, y'all. Thug life. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Val? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Happy to see you here, and happy Sunday. I see that I see that Gina is in the chat, and Gina is saying happy sunny Sunday. Oh, that's hard to say. Happy sunny Sunday. Can't wait for more 80s trailers. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Gina? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Happy Sunday. Always good to see you here. Always. I see that The Shape is in the chat. James, what's up, my man? He's saying hi to everyone. What is going on, brother? I hope that you are doing well. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Always good to see you here, brother. I see that Russell Dorsey is in the chat as well, saying, what's up, everyone? Let's smash that like button. If you haven't already, let's get this party started. Thug life. Let's enjoy this awesome stream. Thank you for saying that, my friend. Hashtag Thug life. Hi, Michael, and everyone in the chat. What's up, Russell? I hope you are doing well, my friend. Always good to see you here, brother. I hope that you are doing well. Happy Sunday. I see that Michael G is in the chat, saying, hello, y'all beautiful people. 80s trailers is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about too, Michael. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Always good to see you here, brother. I see that Kyle is in the chat as well, saying, hey, everyone. What's up, Michael? What's up, Kyle? I hope you're doing well, brother. Always good to see you here on Sunday. Always good to see you here every time we live, man. I hope that you're having a great Sunday. I hope that you are having a great Sunday, my friend. I see that Sarah Campbell is in the chat as well, saying, hey, friends, what's up, Sarah? Happy Sunday, my friend. Wayne Turner's in the chat as well, saying, hi, all, at 10:02 a.m. Monday here in Sydney, Australia. What's up, Wayne? What is going on, my man? Say, I'm glad Wayne's back. Wayne is back. It's always a good time when Wayne is here. What's up, man? I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are doing well. Dude, is it hotter down there? Because it's hot as shit here. It's hotter in Australia, right? My geography's not great, but I'm pretty sure it's hot down there. I'm pretty sure that it is hot down there. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. I do not want to miss anybody. Russell is saying, it's killing me waiting on Legacy of Monsters Season 2. It needs to hurry up. Yeah, dude, it's like Stranger Things at this point. Like, they're going to give you a season. It's going to take 2 or 3 years to get another one. I'm going to have to go back. To watch the other one again because I forgot what happened. Like, serious. Wayne said Michael and his cap are back. I had a busy day, my man. I just threw a hat on for sure. But yes, it's back. The hat is back. Melissa said, Michael, we're so excited to be here. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Thank you for that. Thank you. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. Oh, I do see that Jerry has been a Movies and Beyond member for 17 months. Dude, that's almost 2 years. You guys are coming up on 2 years. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But he is saying Movies and Beyond is the place to be. Love you, brother. Love you too, brother. Thank you for everything that you do here, man. Modding, everything that you do, brother. I appreciate you, and congratulations. 17 months, man. That's freaking awesome. That is freaking awesome. And Jerry is also gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you a million times, my friend. It means the world to me. Thank you. You guys don't know how much that means to me. Thank you. A brother of a certain age is in the chat as well, saying, good evening, all. We'll see a trailer for the Boogans. It was quite terrible. No, I usually don't spoil trailers, but yeah, that one's not on my list. And I'm not even sure that I know what that is, but you're gonna make me Google stuff. You are gonna make me Google stuff, my man. What's up, man? I hope you're having a great day. Always good to see you here. Always good to see you here. Let's see. I think that I got through everybody. All right, you guys. We'll jump right into these 80s trailers. We did them last time. You know, I got a lot of them in. You know, I got a lot more in this time, but there's still more. There's still more to do. Maybe down the road. Down the road. You know, I don't want to do these back to back and everything. So maybe in a month or two we can revisit. But I still have to do 90s trailers. I don't think I did I did not do 90s trailers. So I still got to go through the 90s. Probably the 2020s, but I like to separate those out because I think next weekend I'll be with Mad Matt. We'll have Horror Talk and Coffee that week. I running through it in my head. Maybe, who knows? Maybe the week after that. Probably Horror Shorts. I'll have to see. But yeah, we've got plenty of shows planned, and I don't know when I'll be able to do trailers again. So I wanted to make sure I got them in tonight. I wanted to make sure that I got the trailers in tonight because it's been so long since we've done this, and I got a lot of requests for 1980s Part 2 about a month ago. People were like, "Yeah, we got to do Part 2," and I'm trying to work them in, you guys. But I want to make sure that I'm getting everything in because next weekend's going to be a show with Mad Matt that was very highly requested. So we're going to jump into that. And that is the only thing I'm going to say about that. Jeff D'Angelo is in the chat as well saying, hey, everybody, happy Horror Sunday. Once again, only able to listen tonight. Jeff, it's all good, brother. It's always good to see you here, my friend. And we'll take you any way we can get you. I think I said that last Sunday, dude, but it's the truth. We will take you any way we can get you. I hope you're having a great day, Jeff. Happy Sunday, brother. I see that Michelle is in the chat as well saying, happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday, Michelle. Always good to see you here. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. A fantastic day. All right. I think I've said my hellos. If I missed you, just throw a chat up. And I'll get to you. I do my best to go through these, and I think I do pretty decent. I'm getting better. If you had saw my shows when I first started, yeah, I wasn't able to do any of that. Yeah, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. But it's all good. We are going to jump into these trailers, and I am somewhat set up here. So the first one, yeah, I'm not saying nothing about it. We're going to just jump right into it. Let me go ahead and pull this up. All right. See, I hate that. I hate that I'm not even going to say it. All right, let me know on sound, and here we go.
At the edge of the woods, behind the Creed's new house, is the old animal graveyard, the place where devoted pets are laid to rest.
Daddy, is church all right?
What is this place?
I brought you here to bury Alan's cat.
I dreamed he got hit by a car and you and Mr. Crandall buried him.
Why, Judd?
I had my reasons.
What did we do tonight, Judd?
What we did, Lois, was a secret. But some.
He's always going to be Herman Munster to me. I can't help it.
May the Lord bless you and keep
Stephen
you.
King.
May the Lord make his face to shine upon you.
You're thinking thoughts best not thought of, Lois.
Daddy's gonna do something really bad.
That's why no one ever buried a human being out there.
You're thinking of putting him up there. Don't deny the thought hadn't crossed your mind.
And why nothing ever rests in peace.
If it doesn't work, I'll just put him back to sleep. Come back to me, Gage. Come back to us.
Paramount Pictures presents Stephen King's all-time best-selling tale of horror.
Gage?
First I play with Dad. Mommy came and I play with Mommy. We had an awful good time.
What did you do?
Oh, your fault.
Cemetery.
It's all your fault.
Now I want to play with you.
All right. That was Pet Cemetery. I had to get that one on there. All right, let me get that one set up there. So we're good to go. Look, Pet Cemetery. I know the most popular thing is everybody's like, oh, Zelda, Zelda, Zelda. Yes, Zelda was horrifying. To me, it's always the Achilles cut, the scalpel and the Achilles tendon. That's the thing that gets me every time in this movie, every single time. And it's always hard when I go back and watch this. Believe me, I think this movie is fantastic. I'm taking nothing away from Pet Cemetery, but it's always hard to see Herman Munster with the Southern accent, just because I'm so used to that actor as the Herman Munster, and then also the judge from My Cousin Vinny. When I think of that actor, that's where I see him, in my mind the most, those two places. And of course, Pet Cemetery. So it's always hard for me. It's like I have to suspend, the belief there for just a moment. It's just like, oh my God. But that Achilles cut, you guys, I'm telling you, and it's not, I'm not saying that it overshadows Zelda's character, because Zelda was horrifying, but damn it, man. Damn it, that Achilles cut. It's like the little things, like A Brother of a Certain Age. Let me bring up this, and I'll go back because he brings this point up. Gage getting hit by the truck. Yes, that was crazy. A lot like Annabelle Creation, when the little girl jumps in front of the car that's moving real fast. Along those lines. And it's just like, it's the Achilles cut. It's the Achilles cut for me every single time. All right, let me go back and hit some of these comments here. I see a lot of people throwing out the name. For sure. Pet Cemetery. Yes, it's fantastic. I own special edition. I absolutely love this movie. I do. Everybody throwing out Pet Cemetery. Wayne is saying he has it on DVD plus the remake. I do not have the remake. I do not own that. And The Priest was Stephen King. Yes, he was. James is saying great movie. It was. Jerry's throwing out Church. Yes, Church the cat. Yes. Russell saying it's the best one. It is. Michael G is saying love Pet Cemetery. Don't care what critics say about 2. I like that one also. 2's not bad. All right. It's not bad, but I'll watch 1 before I watch 2 1,000 out of 1,000 times for sure. I do own 2 as well, but those are the only 2 of the Pet Cemeteries that I own for sure. But yeah, man, I get it. It's not bad. Melissa says, I don't like this movie or any of Stephen King's movies, really. Melissa. But why? Why, Melissa? Pet Cemetery, Christine, It. Come on, Melissa. They're all great movies. Watch them again. Gina saying, I like Pet Cemetery 2 and the remake. The trailer gave a little too much away. Yeah, I don't mind it so much when they're like recap trailers like this and we're going back and watching vintage trailers. But I mean, if you haven't seen this movie, and it's just like, yeah, you kind of get you're kind of getting a lot there for sure. Michelle says cutting it. Yeah, me too, 100%. Michelle said that's all I ever think about. It's prime for me as well. It's on the top of my head. Someone's like, hey, Pet Cemetery. I'm like, Achilles cut, like every single time. James is saying you had to put that one in. It's so dude. Yes, I did. It belongs there, man. It probably should have been in the last time we did this, and it was, on the list of stuff that I had. It's just these are so hard, because there are so many good movies. One that I didn't put in here today that I was really looking at, and I was just like, man, it kind of toes that line. I'm gonna leave it out, and that was the Predator. I almost put the Predator in here, and I'm like, man, technically you could say it's horror. Maybe in part 3, maybe it'll make it, but yeah, for sure. And I mean, Predator is one of those freaking great movies. All right, so let me see. Let me scroll down. I'm getting a little little far behind here. I do apologize for that. Michael G is saying, I found that Stephen King was always a hit or a miss for me. Dude, that's a good way to look at it. Like, I'd have to look through, a list of his movies, off the top of my head, but that does seem accurate. It does seem, that does seem like, yeah, I think I can agree with that for sure. Brother saying Gage talking to his dad on the phone. Yeah, that was rough. That was rough for sure. James is saying that Achilles cut must be so painful. Yeah, man. Like, no. Jerry said, do you have the Steelbook? I do not have the Steelbook for this one. At least I don't think I do. No, I don't think I do. I'll have to look through, but I'm pretty sure I don't. Melissa's saying, I like Christine. Well, Christine's pretty awesome. Kyle is saying Pet Sematary was always one of those movies that scared the shit out of me when I was younger. Zelda sitting up in the bed when Rachel was having a nightmare on a plane was so creepy. Yeah, dude. Like I said, not to take anything away from Zelda. Zelda was nightmare fuel, 100%, right? I put Zelda and the witch from Pumpkinhead are kind of in the same area for me in terms of like creepy. Like, seriously. I always say, whenever I think of Zelda, I think about the witch from Pumpkinhead. For some reason, they're linked in my head for sure. Wayne said, Stand By Me, The Shawshank Redemption, The Shining, The Mist, Carrie, Christine. Yeah, dude, all solid. And speaking of which, did you guys see the Welcome to Derry, the new trailer? How it had the truck? It said Shawshank on the side of it. Did you guys see that? When I watched the trailer, I noticed that. Let me know. Let me know if you guys saw that. Let's see. Melissa said in Misery. I like that. I think that's a Stephen King movie. Misery's dope. Misery is dope. Michelle is gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Thank you so much. A million times. Thank you, Michelle. It means the world to me when you guys do that. Thank you. Thank you so much. James is saying it's so classic how I cannot remember that movie trailer. So how can I? Yeah, dude. And that's the thing. Like, we've seen the movie so many times that it just doesn't like. Yeah, like there's a lot of trailers that I forget for sure. Let's see. Kyle said Zelda and the Witch from Pumpkinhead is a great comparison, Michael. I never thought about that until now, dude. For some reason, I think it has to do with me being a kid and them just both scaring the shit out of me. So it's linked in my head. But yeah, man, like they both scared the shit out of me as a kid. All right, well, let me catch up here. Let's hop on to another trailer. It is in the chamber and ready to go. Let me pull this up here and here. Let me know on sound, and here we go.
Every child is afraid of the dark, the unknown, the nightmare. In Gatlin, Nebraska, that nightmare is in the corn. Stephen King's Children of the Corn.
You got a Stephen King back to back.
Praise God! Praise the Lord!
From Stephen King, the author of Carrie, The Shining, The Dead Zone, and Christine, an adult nightmare. Children of the Corn.
I'm here, Lord!
Stephen King's Children of the Corn, an adult nightmare.
All right. Okay. There we go. All right. Yeah, Children of the Corn. we were lucky enough, the group of us that went to Scarefest last year were lucky enough to meet Children of the Corn, a few of them anyway, and such great guys. It was such a fun time. They were absolutely awesome. And as far as Children of the Corn, Jerry stole my line. He stole it. I was gonna say Outlander, but he stole it. Thank you, Jerry. I was thinking the same thing. The same thing. Michelle is calling out Children of the Corn. Big fan. Kyle, Children of the Corn. James, Children of the Corn. Russell throwing out Children of the Corn. Gina is saying, I've seen a remake, but never the original. Good trailer. Yes, Gina, check it out. Check it out. Definitely a good movie. I hadn't seen it in years. And after we met the Children of the Corn stars, we went back to the hotel and we watched Children of the Corn, and it was great. It was great. I had a great time. It was one that I hadn't seen in fucking forever, like barely even remembered it. So I definitely want to watch that. So we watched that. It was such a great time, and they were freaking awesome. And the movie's good. The movie is really good. If you haven't seen it, definitely check that one out for sure. Michelle is saying, he who walks behind the rose. I love it. Wayne is saying, I have this Children of the Corn on DVD. So many sequels. How many sequels are there? How many sequels are there? Wayne is saying, Outlander. I love it. I love it. Brother of Certain Age said, that's the movie voiceover guy before the In a World voiceover guy. Dude, yes. The voiceovers, I will tell you guys the truth. One of the things that I love about these trailers are the trailer voices. I do. You either get this guy or you get, as Brother of a Certain Age has said, In a World. Yes, I love it. Absolutely love it. James said the original was the best. I can dig it. I can definitely dig that. Russell is saying they're all good in a way. I hear you. Kyle said the original is way better than the remake. I don't think I've seen the remake. I can't make the comparison for sure, but it's good to hear. It's good to hear. Michelle is saying so fun. Yeah, Children of the Corn. That whole scenario. If you're talking about Scarefest, yes, that was freaking amazing for sure. Wayne said the remake was filmed in Australia. Oh, that's cool shit, man. That is cool shit for sure. Wayne said 10. Michelle said 4. That is so. I got you. Wayne is saying there's heaps of sequels. Heaps, I tell you. There are heaps. Russell says 7. James is saying, I think 3 or 4. I can't remember all of them. Michelle said the OG will always be best. I can definitely dig it for sure. Let's see. Russell said the remake. Oh, it was 2009 on the remake. Okay. All right, then. Russell said there are 2 remakes. Jesus. So, you know what? That's a lot of. Are there 10 sequels or are there 10 altogether? Either way, it doesn't matter. It's still a ton. That's a lot. Jerry's throwing out the 10. Wayne is saying 10 if you include the remake, so 9. Sheesh. That is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. There are a lot of people like Children's Corn. It's like, well, if we put them in this cornfield this time, it'll be different. Paula is saying the OG all the way. I can dig it, Paula, for sure. All right. Let's move on to the third trailer. Let me go ahead and bring it up. Let me know on sound, and here we go.
It began in May. And every month after that, whenever the moon was full, it happened again. And again.
What was that? It's over there. Point that at me.
Nobody knew who or what was responsible.
Come on.
I haven't seen the title called out yet.
They only knew.
Come on, guys. Somebody's got to know what this is.
Now, from the master of mystery and suspense, Stephen King's Silver Bullet.
Oh shit, I forgot this was Stephen King too. We've done 3 Stephen King. Might actually have another one. I might have just renamed this show Stephen King.
Silver Bullet. The last glimmering hope.
All right, so I have to say this, right? They did a good job with that trailer of not really showing you shit. And I think that that's why oh, this one's just going to say the title right in front of it. I'm going to try to skip through that. Oh, it's so much of it. Whatever. All right. So, yeah, Silver Bullet. Growing up as a kid, this was my favorite werewolf movie. I'm not huge on werewolf movies, but this was my favorite for sure. Growing up, as a kid. This one I haven't seen in 5 to 10, maybe 5 to 10 years, possibly. I don't know. It's been a while. I do own it, but I haven't watched it in a while. Definitely want to go back and check this one out because I know as a kid I absolutely loved it. I think it was been about maybe 2 years since I've seen it. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while. Let's see. Kyle was throwing out Silver Bullet. Russell was throwing out Silver Bullet. Michelle is saying, I wasn't a huge fan of this one, so you got me on this one. I got you. Wayne is saying, never seen Silver Bullet. Corey Haim. Okay. All right. Wayne is saying, I agree, Michelle. Talking about the amount of Children of the Corns. Yes, I did see one comment while we were watching that. Did I miss it? Because I had something to say about it. It was this one right here. Wayne was saying Children of the Corn 6 is called Children of the Corn 666. Halloween 6 there was a version of Halloween 6 that was Halloween 666. So there definitely other movies that were thinking along those lines too. And the reason I know about the script for Halloween 666 is from the book I was reading, Taking Shape Part 2. They were talking about it. So yeah, man. So when I saw that comment, I was like, well, shit, Halloween did that shit too. That's freaking crazy. Kyle said, I love werewolves. Silver Bullet and American Werewolf in London are my 2 favorites. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. American Werewolf in London wasn't bad either. I definitely dig that for sure. James is saying Silver Bullet. I have not seen that one in ages. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Corey Haim, Gary Busey. Definitely a good one for sure. Wayne said mine is American Werewolf in London. Yeah, and that was another one that almost made the list here. But me picking the trailers, I didn't realize I had that many Stephen King movies in here. I may have switched some things out for sure if I noticed that. But hey, man, I'll just rename the stream when this is over. Stephen King's 80s horror trailers. I mean, because that's what it is. We got 3 in a row. 3 in a row. Russell said, imagine if they remake this one. It'll happen one day. Dude, it's probably in the works. I mean, who knows? They're remaking everything else. But, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's just say that. Melissa said, I love Silver Bullet. Hell yeah. Silver Bullet, it's a good one. And that's Stephen King too, Melissa. Stephen King definitely had some bangers for sure. Michelle said the new Fantastic Four was great. So was Final Destination. I finally watched them at the drive-in this weekend. Super cool. Super, super cool. James is saying 666, the mark of the devil. It is. It is. It is. Wayne said, I need to see Silver Bullet. Yeah, man, check it out. And I mean, if you were to tell someone who has watched, let's say they're 20 years old, right? And all the horror movies that they've seen up to this point are, technology and everything, it's so far ahead. I doubt that they would appreciate Silver Bullet. Trying to get someone that's younger to go back and watch, not a lot of, the younger generation, likes these older movies, Wayne, but I think you'll dig it. I do. Russell saying Return of Isaac is one of the Children of the Corns. Oh, no shit. Oh, wow. Michelle said Stephen King was the 80s! Exclamation point at the end. Got it. Hell yeah. I agree. He was fucking awesome. Michael said, I liked American Werewolf in Paris. All right, man. All right. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Russell said, I saw Final Destination Bloodlines. Cool, man. Cool. Melissa said, the new Final Destination was good. That's cool. That's awesome. Jerry said, a good Corey Feldman, Corey Haim movie is Dream a Little Dream. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Russell said, American Werewolf in Paris. He threw that up. I honestly don't know if I've seen American Werewolf in Paris. James said, I've seen the Superman movie. It wasn't bad. All right, man. I've never heard anyone say that it was okay. You know, either people are telling me it's great or they're telling me it's horrible. I'm gonna have to watch it to make up, you know, to decide for myself, like I do in every movie. But I usually kind of have an idea of what I'm going into with it. In this one, I'm kind of like I can't get a read on it. So I'm definitely gonna check it out for sure. Kyle said Bad Moon was also another good werewolf movie. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Wayne said, will you show the trailer of the 80s horror Troll? Main child is a wannabe wizard named Harry Potter. I wonder who stole that idea. Wah, wah, wah. Michelle said that was an option, but I wasn't interested. I got you. And Russell saying I haven't seen Superman. Yeah, me neither, buddy. Me neither. All right, you guys. Well, so this next one, you're not going to have to guess what it is because the title's in the intro. And I tried to skip past it, but it just kept going. So I was like, whatever. All right, let me bring up this next one. All right. Let me know on sound. And here we go. I feel like this had to be in here.
No, it was the woods themselves. They're alive, Ashley.
In the leg. Oh, that was close to an Achilles. It was a stab, though. Dirty ass tub.
I fear that the only way to stop those possessed by the spirits of the book is through the act of bodily dismemberment.
I don't care what happens to her. She's your girlfriend.
Bruce
You
Campbell
take care of her.
young as hell. I don't think it was. Here we go. All right, Evil Dead. I feel like Evil Dead had to be in here. I didn't include it on the last one. I feel like it's definitely worthy of 80 trailers for sure. For sure. Let's see what we got in the chat on Evil Dead. Bruce Campbell. You know, one thing real quick before I jump into the chat. One thing that I really like about Evil Dead, and it's so simple. It's such a simple thing that they do. I love the camera, you know, the first person view of the entity from Evil Dead, how it's chasing people. And, you know, it's basically the camera chasing people. And they do that in, you know, a ton of Evil Dead movies. And I've always enjoyed that about that. I know that it's simple. It's not complex. It's not freaking, you know, I've just always liked that about Evil Dead, for sure. Russell was throwing out Evil Dead. James is throwing, yes, Evil Dead. Russell said scary as hell, too. Wayne said, I have Dream a Little Dream on DVD and vinyl record soundtrack. I watched it in theaters and have the sequel on DVD. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. James said, scary ass movie for sure. For sure. Oh yeah. Michael G said, I love everything Evil Dead, especially Evil Dead 2. Yes. So Michael, answer me this. Riddle me this, Michael G. What did you think of the remake in 2013? And what did you think of Evil Dead Rise? Wayne Turner said the Evil Dead I have two, or I'm sorry, I don't even know why. The Evil Dead I have on DVD. I got you, man. Yeah, I own this one on Blu-ray, and I have the remake, and I think I have Evil Dead. Do I have Evil Dead 2? I have Evil Dead the remake, Evil Dead 2, and Evil Dead Rise. Those are the ones I own, and I have one of them on Steelbook too. Well, I think the third one on Steelbook. Melissa said, are these all Stephen King movies tonight? This wasn't Stephen King. Evil Dead was not Stephen King. This was Sam Raimi. That one was Sam Raimi. Probably get another Stephen King after this, but you can't help that he ran the 80s. You can't help it. He was huge in the 80s. Jerry Wilson said, all right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick. I love it. I love it. Melissa said, not scary at all. I got you. Russell said, I want my cake. Sorry, that zombie reminded me of Creepshow. Yeah, man. Definitely looking back on it now, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking more Play-Doh. But yeah, I can see the cake reference for sure. I can definitely see that, Russell. Gina said Evil Dead is a classic. Love Ash versus Evil Dead and Evil Dead musical. Hell yeah. That's freaking awesome. That is freaking awesome. Wayne said, I have everything Evil Dead on physical media, including all versions of Army of Darkness, Ash versus Evil Dead TV series. I have Army of Darkness is the one that I have on Steelbook. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Wayne said the most recent Evil Dead Rise was filmed nearby in New Zealand and starred an Australian. That's cool shit, man. That is cool shit. Michelle is saying, I don't remember what trailers you had in the first show, but I bet Basket Case wasn't one of them. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And you know what? Maybe I should do one like because you know, there was Request for Troll earlier. We do Basket Case. We could do like the Reanimator. We could do Critters, stuff like that. I think that, and don't sleep on the first Critters, y'all. All right. First Critters to me was super dope. It was just the sequels that I wasn't huge on for sure. Wayne said, I have Evil Dead 2 score on vinyl record. Dude, that's so cool. Like, I don't have any record. Like, I have some records, but I don't have a record player. And the only reason I have the records is, you know, when my dad passed away, they were his records and I held on to them. But yeah, vinyl sounds so, it's so cool, man. It is so damn cool. Kyle said the remake from 2013 is probably the best horror remake ever, in my opinion. I think we've talked about this before. Yeah, man, it's up there. Like, I dug Evil Dead 2013. I thought it was fantastic. When you talk about the best, man, you got to throw in, you know, Texas Chainsaw. There's quite a few that you could throw up there, but I think that you are right about it standing with the best of the best for sure. I dig the 2013 remake for sure. Michael saying, I loved Evil Dead Rise last time. I think I said that I didn't like the Evil Dead remake, watched it again and loved it. Dude, that's awesome. That is awesome, man. I totally dug the 2013. I did. I'm glad you liked it, man. And you know, some movies you watch for the first time and you're like, I'm not digging it. And then you watch it later, you know, and it gets better. Or and the same thing for me happened with the Friday the 13th remake. You know, when I left the theater in 2009, when the Friday the 13th remake came, I was mad. You know, I was so disappointed. But as time has gone on and the more that I've watched it, I've learned to appreciate the things in that movie for what they are. There are things that I would change about it, but it doesn't aggravate me anymore. And I find myself watching it more often than I thought I would, for sure. So I totally get that, man. And that happens with a lot of people in a lot of movies, for sure. But I'm glad that you loved it, man, for sure. Wayne is saying the remake is great. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Michael, what movie were you talking about last Sunday that you couldn't find on Blu-ray? It's driving me nuts. Oh, that's Near Dark. The vampire movie Near Dark. I have found it, but it's always like $60, for the Blu-ray. And it's just like, I don't like a standard Blu-ray, not a collector's edition, not, anything special, just the plastic, the disc, and like just a card in it that says Near Dark on it. So yeah, Near Dark is not an easy one to find. It is out of print, and until like Scream Factory or somebody or Arrow or somebody decides to re-release that movie, I'm just gonna let it ride, because I can't see myself spending $40 or $50 on just a Blu-ray, just the disc in the case. Like that's no way. No way. Russell said Army of Darkness was good. Yeah, I like Army of Darkness for sure. James is saying I got the first one, but I can't find it all in a box full of movies in my big closet. I need to get them all out. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, definitely. Russell saying Basket Case was very weird. Dude, it has been so long since I've seen Basket Case. It has been so long. I wouldn't mind watching it. We do a Basket Case watch along. That would be freaking amazing. Paula said the one that is less gory. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to, Paula, but I can dig it. You like the less gory versions? For sure. For sure. Michelle is saying, I loved all those weird movies as a kid. I watched all of them. Yeah, my dad and I used to watch all of them. And the one that pops into my head the most when we talk about, the movies that are kind of obscure like that is The Reanimator, probably in Scanners, I would say. Those are probably the ones that weren't, super popular at the time, but they were a little different. So my father and I used to watch all of that stuff for sure. Let's see. Wayne Turner is saying The Ring, Friday the 13th, Dawn of the Dead, TCM, all great remakes. All great remakes for sure. LS71 is in the chat saying 2013 was metal. Yeah, dude, it was. Yeah, I dig it, man. I definitely dig 2013 one. I do. Russell said Evil Dead 2013 is one of the best remakes. Yeah, man. Like I said, you gotta put it up there. You gotta put it up there with the best. You do, for sure. Wayne says the Gate trailer, movie debut of Steven Dorff. Oh, okay. Shit, I don't even know if I've seen The Gate. Oh no, I haven't. Wayne Turner saying Near Dark is awesome. I have it on Anchor Bay, 2-disc DVD edition. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, that's freaking awesome. It will be in my collection one day, Wayne. One day it will be in my collection. Michelle saying, oh, okay. When I brought up a movie, you didn't say anything. Oh, is that when you were talking about Dusk Till Dawn? I thought you were just asking if I was talking about Dusk Till Dawn. I was like, I don't think so. I don't think that I was. Wayne is saying I have Basket Case on DVD. Dude, I am envious of you. I am envious. That is freaking awesome. No. Lonnie Anderson from WKRP has passed away. No. Oh my God. Ugh. All the people that were on TV as a kid. Oh my God. Well, let's go ahead and, RIP Lonnie Anderson. But let's go. This is recent, right? Yeah. Oh God, that sucks. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up this next trailer, and I don't know, it might make Melissa mad, but I think that this one. Oh wait, I don't know. Here we go. Let me know on sound, and here we go.
Nothing that lives in the imagination is more frightening
than the terror that lives in Castle Rock, Maine.
Cujo?
Cujo?
Can he get us in here? Can he eat his way in here? Can he?
Oh my God, I'm losing my baby.
Oh my God!
From the novel by Stephen King, creator of Carrie and The Shining, comes a startling vision of fear.
Please, God, get me out of here.
Now there's a new name for terror. Cujo.
All right. Another Stephen King. Dude, Stephen King is running the channel tonight. He is running the channel. There we go. Okay. All right. So let me say this about Cujo. All right. Even on rewatch, this movie made me jump at least twice. All right. The one that sticks out the most, and it was such a subtle scene. It was such a subtle scene. She looks around, right? She's trying to get out of the car. She doesn't see him, and she gets out, and she's got her back turned, and she's slowly closing the door, and he comes in the frame behind her like real quick. And I swear to God, let's say I watched this like 6 months ago. I'm terrible with time. And I still jumped. I've seen this movie 10 times in my life, and it still made me jump. To me, this movie always seems like it's a violent TV movie. And I think it has to do with the kid that's in it, because he was a TV star when I was a kid. You know, he wasn't a movie star. He was a TV star. I forget which TV show he was in. He was a kid in one of the TV shows. Was it Who's the Boss? I think he was in like Who's the Boss or something like that. So to me, it was always, confusing as a kid. Like, oh, that's a kid from like, I'm pretty sure, correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but the kid from this, I think he was in Who's the Boss. But yeah, it was just freaking nuts. Like, this movie, one of the best animal horror movies of all time. I absolutely love this movie, and that dog is fucking ruthless. It is freaking ruthless. Jerry was telling me that the sound was good. Michelle immediately with the Stephen King laugh out loud. Yeah, like I laughed too. That's why I was like, Melissa's gonna fucking hate this one for sure. James was calling out Cujo. Russell was saying D. Wallace. Yeah, the prime D. Wallace too. Wayne is saying Cujo. I still need to watch after recording it off the TV. Dude, I'm sure recording it off the TV, unless it was on like HBO or something, it's going to be edited down, man. You got to watch. You got to just get the Blu-ray. You'll be happy that you did. You can add another one to the collection. Cujo is definitely worth owning for sure. Kyle said Cujo, another masterpiece by Stephen King. Yeah, like, I don't think, I knew that Stephen King had a lot of great 80s movies, but until tonight, now I picked all these movies, and it's just like, damn, he's in a lot of these. Like, or damn that he made a lot of these. This is freaking crazy. James is saying, I felt sorry for that poor pooch. Yeah, well, I felt sorry for the people that poor pooch was eating. I mean, Jesus. He got bit on the nose. What was he doing sticking his head in there anyway? What was he doing? Russell said, Wayne, it's better on Blu-ray. Yeah, man, yes, Russell, yes. Melissa said, I hate Cujo. Melissa, this is a good one. I get it, though. You like what you like, for sure. Gina said, I love Cujo. We should do a ranking for all the Stephen King films. That's interesting. That is interesting. I'm gonna put that one in the vault, Gina, for sure. For sure. Wayne said, if Stephen King was my father, I would be Wayne King. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. James said he wasn't evil. It was the rabies that made him go mad. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I think I remember looking up last time I watched this how long a dog could live with rabies, trying to figure out if they could have just waited him out in the car. But that wasn't an option. It was not an option. Wayne said Cujo was mentioned in the Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Melissa's saying he was fine until he got bit by a bat or a rabbit. He got bit by the bat. He was chasing the rabbit for sure. Jerry said, who's the boss? Yeah, I thought so. I used to watch that show a lot as a kid. Kyle is saying the best thing about movies like Cujo is that they feel like something that can happen in real life. Dude, yes, 100%. And I think that the fact that you can relate with them like that is what makes that so scary. Because, you look at something like Evil Dead, right? It's like, yes, that's scary as shit. But the odds of that happening aren't as great as a dog with rabies chasing you down the street, right? Or locking you in a car. So I get it, man, 100%. James said he got bit by a bat. Yeah, he did. Right on the nose. Jerry said Stephen King was the 80s. That's the second time I heard that tonight. Russell said Stephen King didn't like the movie. They interviewed him. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Michelle said he's a damn dog. Yeah. He wrote a lot of damn books. That's for sure. He did. Definitely. Michelle said the vault that doesn't exist. What was the reference? I remember saying vault, but I don't remember where it. Oh, my memory. Yeah, it's shot. Yeah, I'll forget. See, I couldn't even remember why I said vault. It's gone, totally gone. Of old brain people, I'm losing it. Russell said rabies from the bat. Yeah, exactly, rabies from the bat for sure. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you for that. Yes. Yep, 100%. All right, you guys ready for the next one? I had to throw this one in there because I feel like it wasn't represented enough. But I'm not a huge fan of this movie, but I do feel like it does have its fan base. And I will throw it up here. And FYI, it's not Stephen King. Let me know on sound. And here we go.
"13 years ago, audiences across America were horrified by the savagery of a faceless killer. In the wake of this bizarre rampage, he vanished. Now, after more than a decade of silence, he has come out of hiding. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. The Buzz is back.
The Buzz is back.
Tobe Hooper.
I didn't know that Tobe Hooper did that one too. I did not know that. I learned something today. I learned it. I learned it. Let's see. A brother of a certain age is saying, in the helplessness of being a parent with your kid and the medical distress added to it. Yeah, man. And I mean, let's not forget, she ended up getting bit too. So she already knew that she had problems in there. Her son was having seizures. It was a mess. It was a mess. Russell is saying there's a couple of movies Stephen King did that you didn't like, I'm assuming. Yeah, man. I get that. Wayne said the vault on the Stephen King movie rankings. Yeah, I know we did something with Stephen King before. I'll have to look up for sure, but Yeah, I can do enough to get through a ranking. All right, I can do that. I may have to. You know what? Leave me alone. It's fine. Thank you very much. Canon, classic. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Yeah. Yep. TCM2, TCM2. Yes, Toby Hooper. Toby Hooper. Yes, Dennis Hopper was in that one. He was like the you know, this movie had I've never cheered more for people to die than the people that got it at the beginning of this movie. They were the most annoying people. I do remember this from when we did our Texas Chainsaw Massacre ranking like 2 years ago, and I went and I rewatched all the Texas Chainsaw Massacres. And I've never cheered so much for Leatherface at that moment. The two people, or the people in the car, oh my God. You want to talk about annoying people? You will cheer for them to die. Definitely. Somebody has to know what I'm talking about. James is saying Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Yes. Michelle said, I think I'll rewatch this one. It's you know. Turner said, Wayne Turner says, trailer hides it. It's more of a comedy. It is. It's there. There's a lot of shit in Texas Chainsaw 2 that you're like, why? Like, what are we doing here? But again, like I said, it has its fans. You have to think, like, even if you don't know, I'm about to tell you, the poster for this movie, the Texas Chainsaw families all set up like the Breakfast Club, right? The Breakfast Club, their pose. So right then and there, it's like, you know, yeah, movie is not taking itself seriously, and that kind of helps you get through it too. Russell said Dennis Hopper was better in Speed. Dude, Speed, look, a lot of people, you know, when we were in Indie at Whorehound, we were talking about, you know, great movies, and I brought up Speed. And the group was like, Speed? What kind of bullshit is that? Get the fuck out of here. Speed was dope as shit. And I, you know, in that time frame, I think that it's top 10 movies. Like, Speed was the shit. I fucking love Speed. Jerry is saying, Michael, I'm getting excited for Whorehound next month. Geezer Butler will be there. That's cool, man. That's cool. I saw they announced Elvira. Like, that is fucking epic. Like, yeah, I will definitely be there. I won't be meeting a lot of people, but I'll definitely be there and filming for the channel and hanging out for sure. Brother of a certain age, a big, brutal, strong as fuck, mentally disturbed dude waving a chainsaw is frightening. Yeah, especially, yeah. But see, like, there's this part that really fucking, like, I don't understand his relationship with Stretch in that movie. Like, my brain couldn't comprehend. It's like, was Leatherface trying to get some ass? Like, what are we doing here? Like, it didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. James is saying my sister was in his book club. It seemed he had a new book every week. Oh, nice. Wayne Turner said Dennis Hopper, first season of 24. Dude, I never watched 24. I think I missed the bus on that one. I do. But I know a lot of people were saying 24 was good. Gina said good trailer on that one. It didn't really show shit, did it? They definitely did a good job for sure. Let's see. Russell said I've got the Blu-ray. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Melissa said August 11th, Blairstown Street will be closed. They're filming Friday. Oh, nice. Where's that and what are they filming? Inform me. I want to know. Now I'm curious. Wayne said Dennis Hopper played the most normal character in True Romance. All right. All right. Michelle said, no, Michael. Now you're rewatching it with me. No, Jesus. That's yeah. I know you though. You're gonna look at me like, did we just spend this much time watching? Yeah, who knows? You may love it. I don't know. Russell said I liked him in Speed. Went, yeah. Michelle said Speed was awesome. It fucking was awesome. especially for its time, right? When Speed was the shit. I'm sorry. Like that movie was fucking awesome. James is saying TCM 2 was so funny. I love Chop Top, him and his damn hanger. Dude, yeah. Melissa said Speed 1 was good. Yeah, it was so good. So good. Wayne is saying Jeff Daniels' character was going to be a co-villain in Speed until they changed the script. That would have been interesting. I think Dennis Hopper did a fucking awesome job though, man. Like seriously. Like Speed did a great job at building tension through that movie. Like the characters were likable. Cameron from Ferris Bueller was in it. Like that's all I kept seeing was Cameron from Ferris Bueller. If you're an 80s movies fan, you know who that is. It was just a great movie. I think I wasn't a big fan of the sequel where they replaced Keanu Reeves with Jason Patrick. I feel like it just didn't have the same it just wasn't the same as the first. I think the first one was way better. Russell said he was a villain in 24. Oh, okay. Michelle is saying I'm assuming I love 24 as well. Oh yeah. Melissa said hello Friday the 13th in New Jersey. Hell yeah. Wayne said, fun fact, Speed was the first DVD I ever got. Wow, man. Dude, I don't even think I could name the first DVD because I had VHS before that. What was my first DVD? I have no idea. I'd have to think about that. Now I'm curious. What was my first DVD? Pop quiz, hot shot. Yeah, man. What a line. Wayne said thoughts on Speed 2. Yeah, it wasn't Speed 1. Like that is my quote for Speed 2, right? If someone were to ask me a question, thoughts on Speed 2, my answer would be, well, it's not Speed 1. Yes. Let's see. Melissa saying I heard Keanu Reeves is one of the most nicest actors, very friendly. Yeah, dude, he does all kinds of like charities and shit like that. He like rides the public transportation. I hear he's cool as hell. I do. Melissa said, "No, Michael, that was what I meant. Streets will be closed on August 11th to film Friday." That's awesome. That is freaking awesome. Hell yeah. All right, this next trailer I put on here, and to me, it's one of the better slashers of the 80s. It has all the tropes. It was 1981 when this came out. It came out right around the time Friday the 13th Part 2 came out. But it's not talked about a lot. Like it doesn't come up at least in my circle. It doesn't come up a lot. I'm sure that there are a few of you guys that'll know what this is. But for me, I think that it belonged here from a slasher standpoint. I absolutely dig this movie. So I want to share it with you guys here. Let me go ahead and throw this up. I'm sure probably most of you have seen it. We're all horror fans, but from a general audience, I don't think a lot of people have seen this. All right, I don't need to hit that button. Let me know on sound, and here we go.
This summer, if you're planning to go camping, don't. If you're looking forward to midnight swims, don't.
Sneak on back to the campsite. Get some matches. Build us a hot fire. Don't be long.
And if you're thinking about being with someone where no one can see you, don't. Because this summer, a legend of terror isn't just a campfire story anymore.
They say he smashed his way through the bunk room door, just a mass of flames. Cried out, I will return! I will have my revenge! He lives on whatever he can catch. Right now, he's out there, watching, waiting.
Who's there?
What happened one summer 5 years ago is about to happen again. And again.
Oh, you better not show the canoe scene in the trailer.
The Burning.
All right. That was The Burning. Let me go ahead and get that one set up. Yes. Excuse me. I think that this is one of the it belongs in a discussion of great slashers from the 80s. This came out around Friday the 13th Part 2. There were a lot of similarities between The Burning and Friday the 13th Part 2. There's a campfire scene. They're very similar. One guy singing Mill, telling the story about the villain. I think they even say some of the same shit. It's very close to that. Yes, watch The Burning. The only thing that gets me about this movie on rewatch, not so much when I watched it back then, but now I watch it and it's like, hey, holy fuck, that's George Costanza. And George Costanza's running around in this camp, right? And you know it's one of his first movies. But it's like when he's sitting there talking, all I can hear is yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? That's all I can hear because it's George, but he has hair, but it doesn't look like it belongs there. I'm used to George Costanza being bald. It looks funny. Look, but other than that, it's great. Now, there is a canoe scene that they were creeping up on in the trailer, and that's a holy shit fucking moment, right? If you haven't seen The Burning, fucking check it out. It has a slow what the fuck kind of start. You get through the first 15, 20 minutes of it. It's great. The beginning is very slow. I will be, honest, but it's worth it, right? If you like the 80s slashers, okay? Now, I'm not saying that this is Academy Award winning worthy. I'm not saying it's the best slasher ever made, but it belongs in the conversation. This was a damn good 80s slasher movie. It's really good to put on, if you're like, damn, I want to watch a good slasher. I'm not really feeling Michael or Jason. I'm going to watch The Burning. And it fucking does it, man. It fills that need that that you started watching the movies for. All right, let me go ahead and check out the chat here. Oh, Wayne Turner was saying, become one of us, Michael. They're only noodles, Michael. Russell called it out. The Burning. Yes. Wayne is saying the movie debut of Jason Alexander and Holly Hunter. Dude, and it's not just them. There's a couple other people that were in a lot of 80s movies whose names I don't remember. This movie, the cast was, I wouldn't say stacked, but there was a lot of recognizable people in this movie for sure. Wayne says, never seen The Burning. Wayne, bro, check it out, man. Check it out. If I could recommend a slasher movie to you guys, that we don't normally talk about on here, it's The Burning, and then this next trailer that we're gonna watch. This next one being a little more popular than the last one. But if you are a fan of slashers, like I said, get past the first 20 minutes. It'll all come together for sure. Russell said, great movie. Yeah, man. Yeah, I totally dig it for sure. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, if you haven't checked it out, it's worth it. Like I was saying, it's not going to change your life. It's not the Shawshank Redemption, but it's a damn good slasher movie for sure. Wayne said, I need to see for sure. Kyle said, I've never seen this movie. I have to watch it sometime. Yeah, dude, put it on your list, man, for sure. Definitely worth it. You won't be if you're a fan of 80s slashers, you won't be disappointed that you watched it for sure. Melissa said, never seen The Burning. Yeah, again, I can't recommend enough. If you haven't seen it, check it out for sure. Michelle, I don't know this one. All right. James is saying, I've never seen The Burning, but I have to find. Yeah, you do. James, you especially. You are going to love this movie. I know you. I do know you. Michelle said, I can't believe I've never heard of this movie. Okay, I have an idea, Michelle. Where we were going to watch Texas Chainsaw 2, we should watch The Burning instead. I think that's a plan. I do think that's a plan. Just gonna throw that out there. Russell saying that it's good. Michelle, that you'll check it out. Hell yeah. Wayne is saying he was also in Pretty Woman, Jason Alexander. He was, man, but this, I'm telling you, when you see him in this, it's not, I don't know. I can't explain it. Maybe I'll watch it again and try to do it as I'm seeing him, but it just yada yada yada. Russell is saying the canoe scene you don't see coming. Dude, did you see in the trailer? They were leading up to the canoe, and I was like, you better not show the fucking canoe scene. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's a shit. Jerry said also in Shallow Hal. That's a movie I haven't seen probably since I was in the military, for sure. It's on Tubi. Go watch it. The Burning's on Tubi? No shit. Wayne said Sleepaway Camp. Sleepaway Camp? We had Sleepaway Camp on the last one. We did. Let's see. Tonight? Maybe. I don't know. Let me know if you're free. We'll figure it out. Jerry is saying I'm gonna watch it after the stream. Thank you, dude. You'll appreciate it. You will. The only thing about Tubi is I feel like they time those commercials right when you're getting into a movie. You've got to watch Steve Martin and Martin Short dance around in VR goggles for like 100 times during one movie. That's the only thing that gets me about Tubi, but it's free, so I mean, shit, right? Brother of a Certain Age, I just checked on The Burning. It's playing on Tubi. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Awesome. Kyle said there's a lot of good old horror movies on Tubi. There is. Wayne is saying, damn, I missed the last one. What did you miss, buddy? Let me know. All right, I'm going to throw this one up here. I feel like this movie doesn't get enough credit. I recently rewatched it a couple weeks ago, and when it was over, I was like, God, I love this movie. I do. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it up here. Let me know on sound, and here we go.
I have a petition here signed by 743 people against Norman Bates' release.
Madam, please sit down. This matter is being represented by the district attorney.
Norman was not convicted of murder. He was found not guilty by reason of insanity.
Don't you realize they're going to release a homicidal maniac?
You to sit down, Mrs. Loomis.
It's all too obvious. Our courts protect the criminals, not their victims.
Norman Bates is judged and restored to sanity and is ordered released forthwith.
It's 22 years later, and Norman Bates is coming home.
I own a motel not too far from here, and you'd be welcome to spend the night in one of the empty rooms if you'd like.
Good night, Mary.
And he's back in business.
Who is this? My mother is dead.
Dennis Franz.
I'm telling you, there was a note on that wheel from my dead mother.
Norman, it couldn't be your mother. It had to be someone else.
I trust her. She would never do anything to hurt me. No. She'll kill you. I know she will. No, I won't do that. You can't make me kill her.
22 years later, Norman Bates is home.
That house is iconic.
Psycho 2.
It's starting again.
All right. All right, get this next one set up here. Psycho 2. All right, this movie was way better than it should have been. All right. It did a very good job of capturing the feel of the first Psycho. Psycho 2 is for lack of better words, better than it should have been. Like, I did not think that it was going to be as good as it was. I watched it as a kid. I didn't really understand how significant it was. I was like, yeah, it's decent, you know, as a kid. When I got older, it's just like, wow, man, like they were able to capture the mood, the tone of the original. It felt like it was in the same world. You know, it felt like it was so damn good. And the end, I did not see the end coming whatsoever. They did a great job with this movie. Psycho 2 is, I think it's very underrated. I think that it's ridiculously underrated. If you haven't seen Psycho 2, good God, man, watch Psycho 2. Definitely put that on your list for sure. If you haven't seen Psycho 1, watch that one first, though, right? The story goes together. They did a fantastic job for that. And a character that, you know, for all intents and purposes, you could make the argument that it wasn't, but I like to feel like, you know, Norman Bates was, in my opinion, the first true slasher. I think that without Norman, we don't get Michael. Without Norman, we don't get Jason. I feel that way. And I know that you can make arguments for Peeping Tom. And then there's, you know, movies that came a little bit before that. But I do believe that Norman is the godfather of the slashers. Like, I just do. And not to mention, you know, the thing with Psycho and Psycho 2, you could throw this in there too, was it had a great blend of fear. It did a great job at painting a picture, and it was a damn good movie on top of it being, it wasn't just a slasher. You know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of depth to it. There's a lot of levels to Psycho, and I think they did a great job, and they continued with Psycho 2. Psycho 2 is fucking fantastic. You ask me, what do you think of Psycho 2? Yes, 100%. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Put that on your list. I mean, up there on your list. Oh, let's see. Russell was throwing out Psycho. Michelle was throwing out Psycho. Jerry was throwing out Psycho. Michelle said classic. It was that absolutely classic. James was throwing out Psycho. Russell throws out part 2. Actually, it's part 2. I love it. Melissa said, I definitely need to see The Burning. I love a good slasher movie. Yeah, you'll enjoy it. Now, granted, it's like I said, it's not going to win any Academy Awards, but if you want that old feel of a slasher, Melissa, check it out. Like I said, first 20 minutes is weird, but once you get past that, you're gold. Wayne said, I have all the Psycho movies in a box set except the remake. Dude, I saw the remake one time. I never watched it again. You're talking about the one with Vince Vaughn, I'm assuming. I mean, it's one I could go back and watch again for the simple fact that, you know, movies have grown on me, but I don't remember it being very good at all. Melissa saying, such a weird movie, Psycho. I think it's fucking fantastic. I think it's fucking fantastic. Russell saying Psycho 2. Still talking about The Burning. Gina is saying another ranking idea, sequels and remakes. We did remakes. Sequels is going to be a little tough for sure, because there's so many originals too, but it seems like the sequels, do you just do part 2? Do you do part 3? Are you able to do part 4? It's sequels are funny, but I'm sure we'll end up doing something with those for sure. Russell saying, not bashing the first Psycho, it's great, but Psycho 2 is better in my opinion. Why? Yeah, well, I don't think so, man. And here's why. I don't want to ruin, you know, the movie for anyone that hasn't seen it. I know it's old as hell, but I think that Janet Leigh brought a lot more to the table than any character that was in Psycho 2. Now, Janet Leigh, I'm sorry, I will spoil this. She does have an early death in the most probably, arguably, I will say this, arguably the most famous death in a slasher movie of all time. I mean, it has to be the shower scene, right? Of all time. I mean, literally, you had that twist. You did. I don't care who you are. The first time you saw Psycho, you didn't see her biting it. She was going to be the main character. She was going to be the final girl. And it's just like, where the fuck do we go now? But yeah, dude, you like what you like. I'll never, try to change anyone's mind. But the first Psycho is super special to me. Don't get me wrong. I love Psycho 2. I think you got Psycho 1 here. I got Psycho 2 just like right here. It's just below it. But I can see you liking this one better, or anyone for that matter. James said, it's been a long time since I've seen Psycho 2. I've just seen the first Psycho the other day. Dude, no better way than to watch Psycho 2 now while Psycho 1's fresh. You'll dig it, 100%. Wayne said, Anthony Perkins' son, Oz Perkins, made Longlegs. Nice. I think I knew that. Maybe. I think so. Michael G is saying, I believe there were 4 Psychos, not including the remake. I like them all, except for, I believe, was just more of a recap. So it's been years since I've seen Psycho 4, but I remember him talking to a radio station in that one. I'd have to go back. I think you might be right, Michael. I'm very current on 1 and 2. 3, I need to go back and watch. And then after watching 2, I know 3 is not as good as 2, but I want to give that a rewatch as well. Paula talking about Lonnie Anderson dying. Yeah, we were talking about that, Paula. It's so sad. So sad. I grew up in Cincinnati, and with that being WKRP in Cincinnati, there was just something about that show because it was almost like, even though it wasn't a local show, it was almost like it was a local show. And, my city was on TV, and I thought it was cool. And yeah, I used to watch that show. That is a shame. She was married to Bruce Willis, Burt Reynolds as well for a long time, if I remember that correctly. James is saying, I got an old set of hedge clippers that look just like the ones in The Burning. I've got to see that movie. Yes, you do, James. You're going to dig it. You are going to dig it for sure. Russell said classic death. Yes. Oh, yeah. Wayne is saying the shower scene. Yeah. If somebody asked me what was the most iconic kill of all time in a slasher movie, I would probably say that it's the shower scene in Psycho. Now, granted, it wasn't, the craziest, and it wasn't the most violent, and it wasn't the most best looking, it was in black and white. But when you were a kid, how many people would be like, come on, like, no. It's kind of like Jaws in that aspect, right? When you're in the water, the dun dun dun, like people who've never seen that movie do that. And I think it's the same with Psycho, for sure. I don't think that there's been a kill in a slasher movie that, how do I say this? That reached that level. You know what I'm trying to say? For sure. Like I don't think that it's gone beyond horror fans, right? I think that reference when you hold a knife is still like it just is, and it's because of that movie. It's because of a movie that came out in the 1960s. Absolutely crazy. Melissa saying, "Oh hell, 80s everything was great. Movies, TV shows, toys, games, etc." Yeah, I mean, I can do that all day. Like literally, I can do that all day. Wayne said, Scream 96 opening tribute to Psycho. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of tributes to Psycho. Look at Halloween, Dr. Samuel Loomis. That's a tribute to Psycho. Jason's dynamic with his mother in the original Friday the 13th, tribute to Psycho. Scream, where Skeet is Billy Loomis. Everyone goes a little mad sometimes. Talking to Sydney, tribute to Psycho. Like all the great slashers have that tribute to this movie, or not Psycho 2, but the original Psycho. Like I said, Godfather of slashers for sure, 100%. Melissa saying I could talk 80s nonstop. Yeah, I probably could too, for sure. Michelle said I still do that. Everybody still does that. Yes, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's freaking awesome. Like seriously. Russell saying a lot of people would say that Tina's Nightmare on Elm Street, because there's a lot of people who haven't seen Psycho. Dude, Tina's kill in A Nightmare on Elm Street was awesome. I take nothing away, but cultural significance, it has nothing on Psycho. I mean, the cultural significance alone of that shower scene compared to anything from Nightmare Friday, Halloween, Texas, keep going. Like, wrong turn. Sorry, Jerry, but it's true. All of nothing had the cultural significance than that shower scene kill in Psycho. Like, I can't. I would love to be wrong if someone would prove me wrong. Like, seriously. James is saying, I collect all kinds of real horror weapons, including knives, axes, machetes, pitchforks, and chainsaws. Well, James, if you ever lose it, you are good to go. You are good to go. That's freaking awesome. Michael G is saying, okay, I won't mess with James for sure. All right, you guys. So these were the trailers I had for tonight. I thought about throwing like a Friday on here or a Halloween, just because, we talk a lot about those on the channel, but I think that I'm going to leave those off, right? I had Halloween 4 and Friday 4 on here because we had just talked about them 2 weeks ago, but I think I'm going to go ahead and leave those off. But big takeaways from tonight's show, right? And the trailers that we did watch. The Burning, if you haven't seen it and you like 80s horror, check it out. Psycho 2 was awesome. Those were my takeaways. And the fact that Stephen King had a lot of dope shit in the 80s, for sure. He did, 100%. Like, I didn't realize how, I did not pick all of those on purpose. And if I knew I did, I would have split them out. I wasn't even thinking when I was getting those together. But, it was kind of awesome, for sure. It was kind of awesome, for sure. Russell saying, I agree. And James is saying, don't worry, I'm a gentle giant. I get it, man. I get it. But tonight has been fun as hell, you guys. You guys are freaking amazing. But I am going to go ahead and jump out of here for tonight. I got a few things that I got to do. But people on chat wonder why Michael's not talking a lot, not familiar with movie Halloween on TikTok. People go on chat, wonder why Michael not talking a lot, not familiar with movie Halloween on TikTok. Not sure. Let's see. Russell, I haven't seen Lonesome Dove in years. Oh, shit. Melissa, are you live tomorrow night? No, I'm not. I have to work tomorrow night, unfortunately. I am working tomorrow night. We have our company picnic next Saturday, so they're making everybody work Monday through Friday this week because the plant is down on Saturday. So I will be working tomorrow night. Unfortunately, I will not be able to do a show tomorrow night. Kyle's saying the one song Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell with Michael Jackson's reference in the shower scene from Psycho. Dude, freaking amazing. James said, hope y'all have a good night. Battery's almost dead. Well, James, I am signing off for tonight. Anyway, you guys are freaking amazing. I had an absolute blast tonight. With that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Toodaloo, motherfucker. Hey.